Hi everyone. So, in yesterday's class, we have covered three topics: 1.1 contract, 1.2 essentials of a valid contract, and 1.3 types of contract. So, in today's class, we are going to learn our topic number 1.4 proposal or offer given by section 2 subsection A of the Indian Contract Act. So, now we will understand why we need to clearly study what is this proposal or offer. So, if you remember, Uh, so in the course of studying contract, we have understood contract is an agreement enforceable by law. Okay. In while understanding agreement, we understood promise. Agreement is a promise or set of promise forming mutual consideration to each other. Okay. Now, while understanding what a promise is, what is a promise? As per section 2 subsection B, promise is proposal when accepted becomes promise, right? So now we should clearly understand what is this proposal. Proposal is also called as offer. Okay, proposal is also called as offer. So yeah, as I told you, law wants to make every term very clear because someone will say we've offered this, so this is an offer that can be considered. There are particular and particular terms, and just like we have essentials for a valid contract, we have essentials for proposal as well. Okay, now we'll see. First, we'll see what is the definition of proposal or offer. So, as per section 2, subsection A, as per section 2, subsection A, when one person signifies to another his willingness, willingness is, I mean, there should be proper willingness. Willingness is nothing but the seriousness. Okay, to do or to abstain. Abstain is nothing but stop. Stop from doing anything with a view to obtaining the assent. Assent is nothing but acceptance. Okay, with a view to obtaining the assent of the other person to such act or abstinence. Act is doing something, abstinence is not doing something. He is said to make a proposal. Okay, consider. Usually, proposal is nothing but you are saying that I'll do something or I'll not do something. Okay, so when one person signifies to another his willingness to do or abstain from doing anything, not just saying I'll do and I'll not do something, but that should be said with a view to obtain the acceptance of the other party. Okay, there should be willingness, there should be willingness to do or to abstain. Abstain is nothing but to not to do something. Just willingness is not sufficient. There should be a view to obtain acceptance. You just say something and then you'll say I'll do something or I'll not do something, but your actual intention is that other party should not accept that. That should not be your intention. Always you should have intention that other party should accept it. Okay, so that is offer or proposal. Now, just like we have essentials of a valid contract, we have essentials of proposal or offer. We'll see what are the essentials. Fine. So the first essential is, if you remember, uh, the first one just says definition. Yeah. It says the person making the proposal or offer is called the promiser or offerer. Okay, the person making proposal is called promiser or offerer, and the person to whom the offer is made is called offeree. And the person accepting the offer is called promisee or accepted. Okay, be clear. Person to whom the offer is made is offeree, and person who is accepting the offer is promisee or accepted. Only after accepting he becomes a promisee or accepted, and person making the offer is called promisor or offerer. And then what is the second essential? It says for the valid offer the party must express his willingness. Okay, yeah, as the definition itself says, the party should express his willingness to do or not to do something. Hmm? Willingness to do or not to do something. And also, it says mere expression of willingness does not constitute an offer. Yes, mere expression. Just saying that I'll do something or I'll not do something will not constitute an offer. There should be always a view that the other party should accept our offer. For example, just A telling B that I desire to marry you is not an offer. There should be proper willingness. There should be proper question. If you see, they say if A further adds, will you marry me? uh, in that particular phrase there is lot of willingness, only then it will constitute an offer. Okay, just mere expression saying that I'm willing to do something is not a offer. And the third point is offer can be positive as well as negative, as the very definition itself says willingness to do or abstain from doing something, right? So it can be positive, doing something is positive, and stopping from doing something is not doing something is abstinence. So it can be positive as well as negative. So what are the three essentials of the proposal that we've seen so far? The first one is the person making the proposal. There should be an offer, person who's making an offer, that is promisor or offerer, and the person to whom the offer is made is called offeree, and the person who is accepting the offer is called promisee or acceptor. And then for a valid offer, there should he must express his willingness to do or not to do something, but mere expression of willingness does not constitute an offer. It should be a proper question and proper willingness should be there. Okay, and the third one is it can be positive or negative. Right. Coming fourth point,